Welcome to the Deep Dive, where you share your sources and we deliver the absolute core knowledge, providing you with the shortcut to being instantly well-informed. Today, we are immersing ourselves in the details of some pretty specialized hardware you sent over, the REDMAGIC Astra Gaming Tablet 24G+1T Eclipse EU version. Yeah, this isn't just, another big screen for YouTube. We're really diving deep into what makes this device, with these frankly extreme specs, a true gaming beast. Our mission is to unpack the key insights from your sources and figure out if it actually delivers on that promise of elite portable gaming.
And what's immediately clear, I think, is the manufacturer's background here. REDMAGIC, as a brand, they've really built a reputation on pushing mobile hardware limits. They often put in tech that others might hold back, even for flagship phones. So this tablet, this specific configuration, it feels like a statement piece. It's a really bold attempt to blend, well, almost desktop-level performance with a portable design. A serious play for the absolute top tier of Android gaming.
Okay, let's unpack this then, starting with the thing itself, how it looks and feels. Because the sources suggest the Astra really grabs your attention straight away. It has that signature REDMAGIC look. It's got this sleek metal body, apparently quite durable, and a design that's, subtly futuristic. It definitely signals what it's for.
Right. It's not trying to be just another generic tablet.
Exactly. And the Eclipse color finish specifically is described as looking pretty premium, kind of stealthy, but with a reflective sheen. Gives it a high-end vibe.
And that high-end feel apparently translates when you hold it. Ergonomics are super important for something designed for, well, long gaming sessions, as they put it. The sources say it feels solid, like properly built, but still manages its weight well, so it shouldn't cause too much strain even if you're playing for hours. They seem to have found a good balance there.
Okay, so it feels good, it looks the part. Let's move to the screen, the window into the experience. This seems to be where the first big wow moment hits. We're talking a 12.1-inch QHD plus display.
Exactly. And that QHD plus bit is important. It's not just HD. It means much higher pixel density. So incredible sharpness, really fine detail. But the speed is probably the main story here. Up to 144 hertz refresh rate.
Right. For listeners maybe not deep into gaming specs, what does that jump from, say, a standard 60 hertz or even 90 hertz screen actually feel like?
It's really night and day for motion. Think about the difference between watching a slightly choppy video versus real life. Everything on screen feels immediate. Scrolling, panning the camera in a game, it's incredibly smooth, fluid, hyper-responsive. The sources emphasize this eliminates motion blur, which can be a real advantage in fast-paced games. It's all about that input clarity and immediate visual feedback. And they've balanced it pretty well. 2 thin bezels for immersion, but just enough edge to grip comfortably.
So visually, it sounds top tier for gaming. But the sources also mentioned the brightness and color accuracy are strong points too, meaning it's not just for games.
Correct. You'd want it to be, right, if you're investing this much. The display quality apparently makes it a great all-rounder. Good for watching movies properly, even for things like light photo editing. It seems versatile.
That definitely helps justify it. Okay, so let's shift from the outside in, move under the hood. This is where the term powerhouse really seems to apply.
Oh, absolutely. The specs here are frankly staggering for a tablet. We're talking the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset. That's already the peak performance chip in the Android world right now.
But they didn't just stop with the best chip. They paired it with a genuinely massive amount of memory.
They really did throw everything at it. 24 gigabytes of LPDDR5X RAM and 1 terabyte of UFS 4.0 storage. This isn't just about running a few apps at once. For the listener, that combo means a couple of key things. First, LPDDR5X RAM is super fast, letting the processor grab data really quickly. Second, 24 gigs. That's just huge headroom. It's future-proofing. It can handle the most demanding games now, like Genshin Impact maxed out, sure. But also complex emulation, maybe even future AI tasks on device.
Yeah, 24 gigs on Android.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like overkill, which is interesting. And the storage. UFS 4.0, how does that impact the user?
UFS 4.0 is simply the fastest mobile storage standard available. So when the reviews talk about instantaneous load times, that's largely down to this. Big game files, complex levels, they load incredibly fast. You're not sitting there waiting. It removes a major point of friction in high-end gaming.
Okay, but that kind of power, that Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 running flat out, must generate a ton of heat. which leads to the big challenge, right? Heat means throttling, throttling means lag.
Precisely. Power is useless if you can't sustain it. And your standard little heat pipe isn't going to manage this kind of chip under load. So REDMAGIC uses their own system, the Icy Magic cooling system. Now, you might wonder if that's just marketing.
Yeah, is it just a fancy name for a vapor chamber?
The sources suggest it's genuinely a step up. It sounds like a comprehensive setup. A larger than usual vapor chamber, yes, but combined with advanced graphite layers. These are engineered specifically to pull heat away from the core components, like the CPU and GPU, and spread it across the metal body more effectively.
And the result for the person playing, does it still get hot? Just perform fit.
Actually, better than that. The reports consistently say the tablet stays surprisingly cool to the touch, even after hours of heavy gaming. This focus on thermal management is really the unsung hero here. It means the system keeps delivering that peak Snapdragon performance over time, instead of performance falling off a cliff after 10 minutes. That sustained speed is key.
Sustained performance is crucial. And immersion, too. Let's talk about the senses. You've got this amazing 144 hertz screen, but you need the sound to match, right?
Definitely. The tablet uses a quad speaker setup, and apparently the quality is really impressive. Sources say full-bodied sound, good bass, crisp highs, loud enough to fill a small room without distortion.
But for gaming, loudness isn't everything. It's about knowing where sounds are coming from, especially in competitive games.
That's the specific gaming advantage they've built in. The system supports DTS:X Ultra. What that means for you, the listener, is it creates a proper spatial soundscape. It's not just left and right stereo. You get clear directional cues. Footsteps to your right, an explosion behind you, the audio accurately places it. That's a huge tactical benefit.
Okay, looks, power, sustained cooling, immersive sound.
Yeah.
Checks a lot of boxes. Now the big question, endurance. With all that going on, the bright screen, the powerful chip, the cooling, working hard, how long does it actually last?
Endurance seems pretty robust, actually. It packs a huge 10,000 milliamp battery cell. Sources confirm this translates to easily lasting a full day of mixed, pretty heavy use. Or importantly, several hours of continuous, intense gaming. It's built to go the distance.
A big battery is good, but charging something that massive can take ages with a normal charger. Downtime kills the fun.
Ah, but that's the other piece. 80W fast charging. That's proper flagship phone speed, but in a tablet. The reports say it can go from completely empty to full in about an hour, maybe slightly more, but around that mark. That rapid charging really minimizes downtime. You can plug it in during a break and be ready to go again very quickly.
That's a really crucial part of the practical experience. Okay, let's talk software. The hardware sounds incredible, but how does the OS tie it all together? It runs REDMAGIC OS 9, which is based on Android 14. And importantly, the sources describe it as clean, responsive, and surprisingly free of bloatware. That's always a good sign.
It is, but the real special sauce for gamers is their dedicated layer, the Game Space feature.
Yeah.
This isn't just a folder for games, it's a proper control center. Game Space gives you the tools gamers actually want. You can tweak performance profiles for different games, maybe prioritize frame rate or save battery. You can have overlays showing your FPS CPU temps in real time, and crucially, you can block notifications so a random text doesn't interrupt you mid-match.
So it's not just brute force hardware. There's a tailored software experience built around gaming needs. Sounds like it was designed by people who actually play.
Exactly. It focuses on removing those common mobile gaming annoyances. The software acts as the bridge, translating that raw Snapdragon power into a smooth, optimized experience without the clutter you sometimes get on other Android devices.
Right. But no device is perfect.
Yeah.
There has to be a trade-off somewhere. The sources did point to one area where the Astra isn't quite top of the line.
Yes, and it's probably the most logical place to compromise on a gaming-focused device, the camera system. We're talking a 13MP rear camera and an 8MP front camera. That's a trade-off for putting so much engineering effort into performance and cooling.
Are they bad cameras or just...
They sound perfectly adequate. Fine for a quick photo, scanning a document, and importantly, clear enough for video calls. But no, they're not going to compete with a high-end smartphone camera. The context the sources give, though, is that for the target user of a gaming tablet, photography isn't the main priority. So it's seen as an acceptable compromise, not really a deal breaker.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting then.
Yeah.
When you pull all this together, that super fast screen, the sustained power from the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, and that huge 24GB RAM, the advanced cooling, the fast charging, what you end up with, is a device that seems remarkably well balanced for its intended purpose.
Absolutely. The core conclusion from the sources is pretty clear. Yes, it's a premium price, but the Astra genuinely delivers on what it promises. It's described as nothing short of outstanding for serious mobile gamers. It seems to tackle all the usual bottlenecks of high-end portable gaming head-on. And because the core specs are so strong, it can handle other demanding tasks like productivity or creative work surprisingly well, too. It's more than just a game machine.
So what does this all mean for you, our listener, looking for that quick core knowledge? It means this REDMAGIC Astra tablet is basically proof positive that specialized mobile hardware is hitting. And maybe in some areas like cooling, even surpassing what we used to think of as desktop-level capabilities, but in a form you can carry around. And if we zoom out for just a second, based on what we've learned from your sources, here's a final provocative thought for you to mull over. If a tablet like this can successfully pack in a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, 24 gigs of RAM, serious vapor chamber cooling, and use 80W charging to maintain that near desktop performance, what does that really mean for the future of traditional dedicated handheld gaming consoles? Are we seeing mobile hardware reach a point where it could genuinely make those specialized handhelds feel, well, maybe a bit redundant? Something to think about. That's all the time we have for this deep dive into the REDMAGIC Astra Gaming Tablet. Thanks again for sharing your sources with us. Until next time.